Hello and welcome back to Soda 2 Tech Tips. Today we're taking a look at Tinkercad, and in this portion of the video, for teachers specifically, this is how to get into Tinkercad and get a class set up so that students can start creating. So we're here at tinkercad.com. This is the splash screen, and of course you can start tinkering, you can join a class, and we'll come back to those links from the student view. For now, you want to be here in the upper right hand corner. If you've never been to Tinkercad before, please click the Join Now button and follow those instructions. That will get you a Tinkercad account. I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And because I've been in before, it will remember my username, and because I've set my computer to do that, it'll remember my password. It does make it fairly convenient. And I do keep all of this attached to my school district username and email because this is my teaching account. So here I am at my dashboard, my Tinkercad dashboard. There are lots of things to explore, resources to try out, but in particular, I want to be here in the upper right-hand corner. I'm going to go to my classroom. I'm going to click the Teach link, right? And that will bring me again to a splash screen. There are some resources here available for you as a teacher, right? And in particular, I want to get students set up in the classroom, so I'm going to start here at the center of the screen. Let's go to the classroom. Now, I already have a couple of classes set up. When you come in, you may not have a class yet. The blue button in the upper left will let you create a new class. I'm going to create a Math 3 class because some of my 8th grade students are going to start doing projects with scale. And so I'll go through and select the appropriate grade level and label it Math, and we'll get that class created. That shows up here in my list, and when I click on that class specifically, I don't have any students yet. I can go ahead and add them or generate a class code. Now in Google Classroom, generating a class code allows people to just join it. But in Tinkercad, I need to do a little bit of back-end organization before students can make use of that class code. So I'm going to start here by adding students. Now, if I am patient or I'm only working with a couple of students, I might add them one at a time. I will type out their name, and then I will give them a nickname. Now you'll notice that as soon as I typed Max, Tinkercad created a nickname for Max. This is lovely if I want to distribute Max's nickname to him. But when you deal with a class of 30 students or several classes, 60 students, 120 students, it's probably going to be really inefficient to use the Tinkercad nicknames. And so I would recommend using the school district username that your students are used to, okay, the beginning of their email address or their username for logging in. And I can save that change, and then Max is now in my class. And when Max logs into Tinkercad, and we'll look at his iPad in a minute, he can type in this class code and join my class. And he'll be able to join my class specifically because I have already built, right, a login for him with a nickname that lines up with his School District of La Crosse email. That's fine for one student, but again, if I'm doing lots of students, okay, lots of students, and I'm actually going to take Max out of the class so that I have a clean roster, I can select students and then choose an action. Okay. If you're going to bring a bunch of students into your Tinkercad classroom, here is what I would recommend. Up here, I have gone into Google Drive and I've created a new Google form. This is for my Tinkercad club. And I've asked two very simple questions. What is your district username? And what is your name as you would like to be called? Sometimes students have a nickname, and that helps build a connection. You'll want to know that. So before I distribute my form to my students, I want to click on Settings and make sure that I am collecting email addresses. I will need that column in my results. Okay? I can go to the eye icon or the preview icon and copy and paste this web address and distribute that from email or from a QR code. Several different ways to get that out to students. But once you've had students answer those simple questions, click here on Responses, okay, and use this green button to view your responses in Sheets, in Google Sheets. And here are my results. So because I clicked the Collect Email button, here are the email addresses that I will need. Because I asked for username, here are the usernames. And here are the nicknames. And these are all arranged in columns. This is going to make my life very easy. So back here where I want to add students, I want to paste in a whole list of students. Okay? And from there, I am going to bring over my list of students, and here are their names. So I will copy, that's Command C, or I can use the edit menu to copy, right? And I will paste them in, one name per line, add 6 students, and here they are in my class. And of course, now it has changed all of their nicknames to a Tinkercad generated nickname, which is not what I want. That's going to make it hard for students to get in, and so I will go in and edit. Now I do have to do this step one at a time, but at least now I can copy their district username and paste it in, Command V, right, or from the from the edit menu, and save that. And now when Josh logs in to Tinkercad as a student, he will be able to type in his normal username and access the class. When Charlie logs in, he is going to get his normal username. I'll save that, and Charlie is all ready to log into Tinkercad. So here we are looking at the student view. I've actually asked permission to borrow one of my students' iPads so that I can show you this. And I'm going to start by airdropping the class code out to my students. I just took a screenshot of that, and I've accepted it here on the student iPad. And in fact, I can pull up from the bottom to see the dock and load Safari, right, in split screen view, okay, so that I can see the class code and visit www.tinkercad.com. And whether your students have gone in and created a username or not, created an account or not, you can still have them join a class. And this is really important because not all of your students will be of an age that allows them to set up their own accounts. By creating a class from your end, from the teacher end, you can have them then join a class no matter how young or old they are. So here on the student iPad, I'm going to click the green link here at the bottom right of the screen, join a class, okay, and it will of course ask me to type my class code. Because I have gone in and created an account for Max before, I should be able then to log in as Max now, no problem, with my normal school district username as my nickname. So class code TCENEGCIV4XE. go to my class. Now it's going to query, it's going to ask me for my nickname, which I've made the same as the district login, the username, so all of your students should be very familiar with theirs. That should be real easy. That's me. And here we go. Max has now joined my class. He can create projects. He can play with circuits. He can look at code blocks. I can offer him instructables as a teacher. Okay. But no matter what my curriculum, Max is now ready to code, and I haven't had to ask for permission from parents or send a bunch of emails. This is how to set up students to be ready to design and hopefully also then to 3D print. Thanks for watching today. Make sure to ask lots of questions. Let us know where you get stuck, and we can help out.